The war is towards violence. Day by day, people die by the guilt of others without values and who mock justice. The UN 2016 assured that more than 1.1 thousand crimes happen around the world every day, being Colombia the seventh country where the most abominable crimes are committed, according to Global Peace Index. Indisputably, it captures the people's attention to implement death penalty to deter the robbery, murders, repugnant rapes, and corruption. Based on the information provided by las dos orillas in the article, es necesaria la pena de muerte en Colombia. That's why in this video we will give the main reasons why death penalty must be implemented in Colombia. In Colombia, crimes do not stop. Each day, we witness that people die in terrible situations of violence caused by insecurity, bombs, explosions, and there is a lack of credibility in the state, in the government, lack of civil ethics or religious morals, disappearances, kidnappings, and others. Because of that, most of the people of Colombian people agree or defend the implementation of the penalty according to Las Dos Orillas. Based on the Telegraph webpage, because of the terrible crimes committed in the world, many countries have already implemented this punishment, such as China, Singapore, USA, appearing to have an economical improvement. We must consider these countries as an example of justice. They protect their society, punishing people who cause harm to it. For instance, John Wayne Gacy, as known as the Killer Clown, was an American serial killer who raped and killed 33 young men between 1972 and 1978, while he did social services at praise and children's parties dressed as a clown. Justice executed him by lethal injection on May 10 in 1994. His last words, which reveal his personality and his lack of repentance for his crimes, were, "Killing me will not bring back any of the victims." This example makes to think that this kind of people that do not respect other lives, others' life, do not deserve to be respected. Thus, considering that Colombia does not have a life sentence in the political constitution 1999 and we have serial killers as Garavito, it would be appropriate to establish a death penalty as a punishment for making that crime rates reduce, creating clans for a better society and best social, economic, and political development of the country. By doing that, people think twice before committing crimes, based on the Atlantic webpage. Moreover, Colombia invests a lot of money to support people deprived of freedom, and that is why jails are full of bad people, having as a consequence the lack of space in these institutions. If this retribution is legalized, the income could be destined in other fields, for example, education, in order to provide new opportunities to have better jobs, to have better jobs benefiting our country. The most important reason to implement this retribution is that we as human beings must defend life and dignity. Therefore, it would be advisable to carry into effect this trial for the most serious crimes, such as murders, rapes, corruption, and torture. As a conclusion, it is important to implement the death penalty to reduce the cruelest act in Colombia. The aim is to defend society and prevent the injury of legal interests in whose integrity we are all interested. It makes necessary the maintenance by the state of an apparatus exclusively destined to the elimination of people with absolute cold blood and create a better society.